Hey folks, Tim here, FT Lot for the Love of Trains. Welcome back, Happy New Year. First video of the year. I'm just going to do a quick update on some of the things I've been doing and a couple of the projects that I'm going to be working on here in the near future. So let's get right to it. I don't know if I showed the last time, but I did get my double crossover in back there and things run a lot nicer. Okay, something else in this corner here, I'm thinking about putting in a switch right off that. There's your double crossover again. Thinking about putting in a switch right here to service something back there. I'm not sure just what exactly, but just something for a little more switching. Okay, another thing that I'm planning to do is, I had done it once before. I had taken my grain elevator and for just room I ended up cutting it in half, and if you see, you might be able to see there's a line right down the middle. I actually had that split in half at one time. With the space I have available right here, I'd like to cut this in half and to be able to have a loading track and then an empty track. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to cut this thing in half again and position it so that it'll fit in there just right. Okay, so then on some of these engines, these are some Jeep 38s. I went ahead and put on my BNSF patch below the numbers there. I didn't change any numbers at this point, not sure if I will or not, and then change the horn location. And on that Jeep 38, I just changed the horn location from the top of the cab to the center there. I might want to raise that up just a little bit, but for now we'll see. Seems to work just fine. Okay, got a couple of pictures here of me starting to do some graffiti work on a auto rack that I had. I wanted to do some bigger graffiti just because I thought maybe it would be easier to start out that way. So what I did was I kind of sketched it in with a pencil and then just started doing the outline and then filled it in with paint and then this is pretty much what I came up with. So this is my new car, or my new paint job on my car here. And for those of you who don't know what the Borg is, it's a reference to Star Trek. Yay! All right. So I'll have all sorts of crazy things referencing various different eras and things that I grew up with. So, but yeah, there's my stab at doing some big graffiti on the side of cars. I think I'm going to try to do this on a couple more of my cars, and yeah, I really had a lot of fun with it. So I thought it turned out real nice. So you'll probably see that one floating around in the layout here in the future. Okay, so a couple of other new projects that I have here. I just got this one in the mail today, or actually yesterday. It's a SD70 Mac with the Kobo sound. Unfortunately, the person who sends it, they lost this piece here, which basically secures it in the box, and that kind of throws it around. So when I got it, the horns were broken, one of the number boards was missing. Otherwise, it's a great engine, runs nice. Just needs a little bit of repair work, so that's why it's over here. The other project, I bought another Kato engine off of eBay, and this is a C44-9W in Union Pacific. Okay, let's see if we can zoom in on this a little bit here. It almost looks, whoa, hey, there's a cat. There's Ann. Hang on, let me get her out of the picture here. Okay, now we're back. I don't know, I can't quite make this out, but it almost looks like the person used like shoe polish to put on this locomotive to try to weather it up, and they didn't even get it in the right spot. Now you can tell on the back here, it's all busted up here. Handrails are broken. It's definitely a fixer-upper, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to say I only paid $20 for it, and then with shipping it was like $26. So to me that was a fairly decent price to try to do something with it, and that's what we're gonna do here. I've called Kato and I got all the parts I needed here. I got new horn, some railing pieces, although I could probably fix a lot of the railings. A new truck. They didn't have a gray truck since this one's all smashed to heck, but they did have some black trucks in stock, which that's pretty easy to take care of. And then the paint issue. I used some rubbing alcohol and tried to clean off a couple of these spots, and it does come off. So that is the good news. That is the good news, anyways. New snow plow. What else did I get new on this? Otherwise, it runs fine. I tried it out on DC, and it seems to run just fine. So mechanically, motor-wise, everything seems to work right. And once I replace the truck and strip the shell here and clean off all the old weathering, we'll kind of start over with this one and see if we can't come up with a pretty nice looking locomotive for not a lot of money. So that's another project I've been working on, or will be working on anyways. Alright, so that's what I've got going here over the next couple of weeks of some of the projects I'm going to work on. Let's see. Oh, there was one more thing that I got. Hang on one second. Okay, so I was at a hobby shop the other day and I ended up buying the 3-stall roundhouse that I'm going to build, put on the outside there next to my turntable. And so that should help that area come together pretty well. And let's see, I also started working on carving some foam scenery here around one of my tunnel portals here on this bottom area, and then just doing some sample track painting here and seeing how that's going to look. We'll just continue on this. This is all part of that the bottom level here that I want to get scenic up. Alright, so that was the last thing I want to show you. Alright, so thanks again for subscribing, thanks for watching, and until the next time. I'm out!